Well, let's talk a few minutes about the Shuttlecraft and some of the things I did to it. Uh, this is a picture of when I bought it, and it was literally a sympathy buy. I felt so badly for this poor little bike. I really wanted the 650, but I ran across this thing, and I felt so sorry for it that I bought it just so I could rebuild it. Just a mess. So anyway, this is the side cover, and one of the first things I did was take the cutout that the stock side covers have right about here and have it filled in and have this whole thing remodeled as nice and smooth, so it doesn't have the seat cut out anymore. And what I did was I made ears on a stock seat that fit these Norton knobs. So I dropped the seat on, tightened down the Norton knobs, and it's nice. Let's see, while I'm back here, fuse, spare fuse, nice big heavy duty battery. Had the chain painted to match and the pinstriped, and I have rock filters on my carburetors. All they'll do is stop the big box. But then it's a limited use bike. I changed the oil lines that normally go to the center bolts on these rocker boxes, extended them out, and put right angle fittings on the ends of the rocker shafts like the 650s have, and except I did it on this side. So I'm feeding the oil to the rockers individually off of the original split line underneath of there. I like that better than the way this 500 does it. On this side, continuing on this side, those are stock mufflers. I tried 2 or 3 mufflers and finally said, oh, I'd like the sound of the stockers, so I put those back, or bought a pair. This is one of the prettiest things you'll ever see in your life. My good buddy Bill, locally, one of the old farts, made this for me. The earlier models of the 500 had a generator mounted here in a big black bracket. And when they changed to the internal alternator, they just left that big black bracket there, and it was stone ugly. So Bill made this aluminum plates and a great big hole in it and a little snap off lid, and it's a really neat place to put stuff. I won't say what kind of stuff you can put in there, but you can put stuff in there. Let's see, let's put this back on here. Got a nice O-ring sealing it, so it's waterproof. And it is tight too. There it goes. Moving forward, this is actually a custom fender for a Norton, and I like the one on the Starship, so I bought one for this bike, not realizing that the ears didn't come down far enough to meet these mounts. So I can't get this thing to zoom or unzoom. It's just vexing me. All right. So what I did is I made these little plates that extended the mount up to the fender and mounted the fender on the bike. The brake was a drum. I found I think they call it a 7-inch dual leading brake assembly, and had it laced to my wheel. This is a small one. They're reasonably rare. It took me a long time to find it. They went to the bigger one with the 650s. So this is a small double leading shoe brake. Moving up to the headlight, I wanted to put on here the biggest headlight I could find. And I tell you what, this isn't even the biggest one I wanted, but it was available. And I wanted this monster big headlight just because it'd be obnoxiously big. So anyway, this is a plain Jane headlight. Has a little charge indicator there. And if I could find a bigger one, I'd probably put a bigger one on here because I just think that'd be cool. The forks are 2 inches shorter than stock. The shocks in the back are 1 inch shorter than stock in order to lower the bike down as far as I could get it low. I wanted it really, really low and really, really short looking. So that's why I bobbed the rear tail and put flat bars on it. Continuing over here, let's see what's cool. This is a kicker from a 350 Triumph, because the 500 kicker was tall enough so that when I kicked it, it would almost hit the ground and you'd hit your boot on the ground. So this is a really short kicker from a 350 that I put on the 500. Once again, Gary Crisp did painting. He's not painting anymore. I miss him terribly. He did the painting and he did the pinstriping. This is all hand done. There's no decals here at all. He did all this pinstriping by hand. It's gorgeous. And when I took him the frame, I said, this was mine, because I'd had him paint 5 or 6 different bikes for clients. And I took the frame down to him and said, would you paint the frame for me, Gary, because I'm going to put this bike back together. This one's mine. I'm having a little fun with a 500. And he said, sure, no problem. So he painted it for me. When I went back to get it, he had molded all the welded joints. This is all molded down to here. This is all molded smooth. You don't see the welds. This is molded. The neck is molded up here. Inside, all these, this is all molded together. It is just gorgeous. And I said, Gary, that's outrageous. And he said, yeah, and there's no charge. And he did it for me for free. I don't know, I paid him for this, but this he did because he was a good guy. And this bike is just so sweet because of it. It's candy apple red over a gold base with all hand-done pinstriping. I made this bracket to fit on the side here. And I like this 1930s style taillight. Like I say, I bobbed this fender. And I wanted a custom seat, you know, that would come back and be like a pillow back here. But I couldn't find one that would fit the 500. So I just bought a stock seat and modified it to fit. I think a solo seat would look really good on it, but I have not found one that would fit a 500, or at least I could modify for the 500. And I probably won't look into it, you know. Let's see, going over to the other side again, I'll show you something cool. I put the ignition switch inside this bracket. It's a cylinder switch, and it goes in here, and the bike is now live. And it fit perfectly inside this bracket. Now, people think that this bracket is used for mounting a sidecar, which it is, but really, I think this is the bracket that they use to suspend the frame on the assembly line. It hangs from that bracket. So anyway, this is ignition on. And then down here, this little toggle switch, which is normally hidden by the side cover, there's your lights on. And then high beam, low beam is up here. It's got a little red flashing light up here. You can see it. When the bike is running and charging, that little red light turns into green. It goes red, yellow, green. Red means I'm being discharged. Yellow means I'm basically hanging in there. And green means I'm charging very nicely. There's Woodstock nestled down between the two instruments. And that's pretty much the tour. It's a pretty little bike. I like to tell people, the engine. Megacycle cam, heavy duty springs, lightened valves, and if you'll notice here, I'm going to zoom in here and see if you can see what I'm going to show you here. Let me just zoom in here. Can you see that? It says 0.010 on all 4 of these guys. Because of the cam, these have to be capped at 10 thousandths. And I'm a great believer in watching out for the next guy. So even though I will sell this thing and I will tell somebody that they go to 10 thousandths, that won't even be remembered before they get home. And so this way, if somebody's working on the bike, I'm hoping they'll see this and not find these gaps set to 10 thousandths and say, oh my goodness, that's so bad. And hopefully they'll understand. Oh gosh, goodness gracious. That's about it. This is my Owie. It's covered up. And what happened is the bike fell over in transport in a trailer. And this little bolt right there, I think it was that bolt. Anyway, it came back and hit right here and put a little ding. And I'm told that candy apple can be touched up. I haven't looked into it. I don't know if a painter can actually touch that up without destroying these hand-done pinstripes or not. I should look into that. Anyway, nice clutches and brake set, and I like these mirrors a lot. These are the same mirrors that I use on my Norton. Over there I have them vertical. Over here I have them horizontal. I like them. Oh my goodness, that's about it. That's the tour of the, it's got a halogen bulb in it nowadays. As a matter of fact, I think I'll put a LED bulb in there. Why not? While I've got it up on the lift. So I've got it on life support right now, charging the battery. The battery still had a charge, but I've got the battery charger on it now. I probably won't try to start it. Oh, I can't see. I don't know. Maybe I will try to start it. Right now, I'm just going to clean the pilot jets, drop the bowls off the carbs, take a look, double check the oil, make sure it's all oiled up, and maybe try to start it. Anyway, that's the tour. Well, Kevin's back in town. Got back, he says, yesterday evening. He's just called me and asked if I'd come up and help him turn a bike around so we can take a wheel off. And I'm going to leave the little shuttlecraft here for a while and go up to Kevin's, and I'll take a video up there to let him know that we've missed him. So, see you in a few minutes. All right, here's Kevin back from Colorado, back in the land of the eternal shining hot sun. So how was that 60-degree temperatures up there?
Well, the temperature in the rain was okay. I was with a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Oh.
So if you didn't mind the screaming, the crying, and the shitting, it was great. And that was just me.
you were the one crying and screaming.
Screaming and carrying on. Heck yes.
The 2-year-olds are fine.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, they.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine, and they're 2 and 3.
Yeah, terrible twos.
Yeah.
Did you know that the terrible twos actually last until they're 17?
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, we had a niece and nephew and some others come over, and we were all laughing about, well, which is the worst? And it was like, well, till they're 24, 25,
Yeah.
That's the worst.
It's like that until they have their own.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so we're just taking this front wheel off. Why? New tire?
Because the tire itself is old, and
Oh.
he wants the front rotor replaced
Oh, you
with
got
this new brake rotor.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Gosh, look at this tire. It looks brand new.
It's just old.
Aged out?
Yeah.
Isn't that just a shame?
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know that there's been many miles put on this thing. This is a bike you worked on quite a bit.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Huh.
Yep. I see you're all over it. In fact, what was it I took apart? Oh, rear drum, the brake shoes. Inside it marked June 2011. So I know who did that.
You see my fingerprints everywhere.
Yep.
I love it. All right, well, we're going to take that wheel off and take it up to Motor Tire.
Yep.
All right.
Well, yeah, after we change the rotor.
You know, what is today, Saturday?
Saturday, yeah, they're open till 2. I've already taken the rear tire in, so.
Are you going to just leave it, or?
No, with any luck, they're pretty quick. I'll drop it off and then pick it up later
All right.
today, with any luck.
Okay. All right, well, welcome back, and we'll just cut this off. And
Yeah,
Hold
tomorrow,
it
with any luck, we'll start and test ride.
All right, cool. All right, later, man. Okay, I'm back from Kevin's. We got that wheel off and up to the tire shop. And then took him home, and that's about as much as we can do till the tire shop finishes the tire. And he can put it back on by himself and take the bike down by himself. That's no problem. He needed help getting that Norton up on the lift because his lift is not inset into the ground like mine is. And to roll that thing backwards up the ramp is a two-man deal. You don't want to try it by yourself. So we got it up on the lift backwards, and he was able to get that front wheel off and take it up to Moto Tire. They're going to put the new tire on it, and he'll pick it up and put it back on the bike, and I doesn't need my help for that. He said maybe he'll have the bike running and do it ready for a first start tomorrow. So I may go back up there tomorrow to video the first start. I just finished cleaning the pilot jet adjuster holes, the pilot jets in the amals, and they were both crusted over. Now these are premiers. You could actually take the jets out, but they're facing each other on the backside of the carb, so it's kind of difficult. So I just did a traditional through this side cleaning with the little drill bit ended pilot jet cleaner wand, and they were occluded. You could feel the crud, and they're nice and clean now. I sprayed some cleaner through them. The bike is actually ready to be started. I've got it on the battery charger just for the heck of it. I'm going to leave it and maybe do it tomorrow because it's kind of warm now. It's noon and it's getting kind of warm and I don't feel like working on it. So being the boss of the shop, I've declared that the rest of the day should be taken off.